So what's going on? It's been a while since I shot a little video, so I figured I'd go ahead and do it this early afternoon. We're almost at noontime right now here. Really, I wanted to talk mostly NBA. That's been on my mind a lot. Obviously, that's consumed me. It's been consuming me for almost 2 months. It's remarkable how long these NBA playoffs go on for. I mean, April 19th was the first game for my beloved Magic against Philly. A game in which we held a 16-point lead, 18-point lead. I forget now what exactly it was, and we ended up blowing it. I'll never forget, because in your mind at that point, when you're up by that much, you have victory on your mind, and we lost that game. And never forget, after the game, I got so angry, probably almost the angriest I got after any loss this postseason. I remember punching my treadmill, which I need to be on more, by the way. I remember punching my treadmill, and my knuckles were all, scraped up, bleeding, and I had tread marks all over my hand. It was crazy. But it's times like that you can kind of look back and laugh at now. And it's remarkable. Then I remember Game 3. It was 1-1, still first round against Philly, and we lost on a last-second layup by Philly off of an offensive rebound. And then we were down 2-1, and subsequently, as I put the channel, over to the Yankee game, that's the game in which Mo was giving up to Boston on the Jason Bay home run. That was our first game against Boston. Now we're subsequently 0-8 against them. So, it's just ironic. I mean, it's, going back, that was a tough day, losing that Magic game like that, and then bam, I'm thinking Mo's about to seal the deal. As I was kind of watching the Yankee game on the computer earlier in the night, most of the night. I put that channel over there. I was just I sunk. I was just in shock. I just sat there silently for 30 minutes. But we got past Philly. Ultimately, Game 7 in Boston. They win that. Amazing. A lot of people doubted we could do that. We should have beat Boston, though. I mean, the fact that they didn't have gone there, we should have beat Boston easily. I thought, Stan could have done some things to, differently. Playing Petrus more. Petrus did a hell of a job in that series. Seems like at times, though, he didn't always put his best lineup out there. But they won. Then Cleveland, nobody gave us a chance. Nobody. Most people said we'd be lucky to win 1 game. Five games at most, maybe 6. They won the series in 6. So you had to be proud of that. It was great sending LeBron home, seeing him head down, going back to the locker room. But then, unfortunately, it just all ended bitterly. I mean, I'm disappointed, heartbroken, because you never know when you're going to get that chance again. You never know when they'll be back there. I was waiting 14 years from that. I thought they had a dynasty in the making. Maybe they would have if Shaq stayed around, but he left. The good thing about this team is everyone's pretty much in place except for Hedo. So bring him back, maybe add a big. I'd love to bring in, my plan now is I'd love to bring in Hedo and maybe try to get McDyess with an MLE. And, he'd fit this team well. Basically coming in and taking Petit or Gortat's role, because Gortat's probably going to be gone. So, it's going to be tough next year. Celtics, when healthy, they're a little older. They're still going to be a team to be reckoned with. Any team that has LeBron, they're going to be good. We got some good young teams, Atlanta. You got Miami with Wade. And then you got Chicago, who I like a lot. Love them. Hey, should have beat Boston last year. Lost in a tough Game 7 in Boston, which is a tough place to win. I think they got to keep Gordon, but it sounds like he might be leaving. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how, the economy plays out and what kind of factor that causes with how free agency plays out. We saw what happened in baseball. So the big free agents are Artest, Boozer, Turkoglu, Rasheed Wallace. Then you got Ariza and Odom in L.A. It's going to be interesting to see which one they hold on to. I'm hearing Ariza. Odom might fit well with the Magic, but again, it's tough. We don't have that much money. Turk's making 7.3 this year coming off, but we're probably going to bring him back, and they even want to go over the luxury tax. So I just still got a lot of basketball on my mind. It's tough. Rob was making the comment, well, how can you celebrate being in second place, essentially, is where we finished this year, second to the Lakers. And I think it's just the simple fact that, coming into the year, I mean, my goal coming into the year, honestly, was getting to the Eastern Conference Finals after losing in the semis last year. I thought we had a really good chance at that. It did work out. Now, next year, though, next year it's about the championship or bust. Kind of how the Lakers were looking at this year after losing to Boston last year. It's championship or bust next year. And it's not going to be easy, but that's just the mindset. So next year I will not be happy with what we did this year. And even though I can't sit here and say I'm happy, I'm disappointed, but at the same time I can look back and I can, cherish some of the memories. And, it was a fun ride for 2 months watching these guys every day. Some heartbreak, some tough times, some joy, some elation. In the end, though, utter disappointment. But you got to then take a step back and just look at what the team did. And they surpassed expectations. But next year, a championship is the only option. To the Yankees, just keep trucking along. Right now you got Washington, Florida coming up, more games with the Mets in the league play. Hey, if you take out that 0-8 against Boston, boy, we're the best team in baseball, but we can't beat Boston, and that's why we're still, trying to trudge along and trying to get back to the top. And it's amazing that we're 0-8 against Boston and only 2 games out, but this team later in the year has to do something against them. This can't go on. So I just close it at that. Big start for Wong, make a break. This is it for him. If he don't pitch well, adios. If he does pitch well, this team needs him to pitch well. We have no one behind Sabathia who is reliable right now. So we need someone to step up. And we know he can do it. He's done it before. You don't win 19 games back-to-back years by accident. And he would have won probably close to 19 again if he stayed healthy last year. So let's just break. All right, that's enough.